Hey, this is Joni from Fox and Socks Nursery. I'm going to do a really quick how-to video. Hopefully it's quick. Let's talk wash versus mottle, because I know finding the right consistency is one of the hardest things to learn whenever you're reborning. So I am going to hopefully demonstrate this the correct way. This would be a wash. So it runs down pretty quick. This is just light blue that I've got here. And as you can see, there's just very little left behind. Maybe make that a little easier for you guys. Okay, so when you stir it up, it's quite thin. And you can watch it go down very quickly, and there's barely any residue left. I don't know if it's... Okay, so that would be a wash, and then for a mottle you want it a little bit more concentrated, so a little bit at a time. Notice I'm not scraping it, I'm just kind of dabbing a little bit. So it is about twice as much as, this is twice as much color as a mottle. Okay, so you cannot see the bottom of the palette, and when you bring it up, you can see more of the color left behind. You can definitely see more color as it goes down. And on a paper towel, it looks like that. Okay, so that would be a mottle consistency. Now, I'm going to show you guys how to make mottling sponges. Now, I know I had a link to my friend Emily's page, and she has several videos that show you how to do things too, but I'm going to go ahead and show you guys real quick. These little fuzzies. Hang on a second. Okay, I did find my glasses. So I'm going to start by pulling off. Now, I like control on my mottling. Some people do like the whole sponge this way because they can cover more surface, and to me that's fine, but I want to have a little bit more control over where my sponge goes. So I'm just clipping randomly here, plucking, whatever you want to call it. Now with mottling, the holes are a little bit bigger than with texture. So let's see here. I like grab them. These are like little pointed tweezers. I like these. So you're gonna go slow, and you want to make sure your holes are deep. So what you're gonna see is this weird little, the little holes are what doesn't fill with paint. So the thing that you're going to see on the baby is these little weird ziggies. So that's what we're doing. There's really no rhyme or reason. Some modeling sponges I like better than others. Bugs. So. Okay, this is not one of my favorites. Break it up a little bit. It's not one of my favorites, but that's okay. They're not all perfect. Let me show you what it looks like. As you can see, the paint only goes on the top, and the little holes that you plucked don't get paint. So. And before you transfer it onto the baby, make sure it's loaded really well. And I'm gonna grab, I've been working on this one baby since, well, for, you know, a few days, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you how I model. Can you see the, okay, I like a small modeling area so I can get more of the little pattern. Now you want to be able to see it. You want to see a little bit of color, but you definitely don't want so much liquid paint, or the liquid part of the paint, on there when you first start doing this, otherwise it's too much. So you would like dab it just a little bit on the paper towel. And when you notice the color is starting to go away, you see it's still a little wet, but there's not as much color. So I'm not pressing, I'm just kind of putting it on there. I don't know, it's just barely touching the paper towel. Yes, I do use sky blue, which makes a neat color on the baby. You can pretty much use any color you want, although I am going to definitely stress, do not use orange. And the other color you can think of, coral is okay, just not orange. Okay. Trying to cover the baby. And normally whenever I model, I'm going to do two. So after this dries, I'm going to put another layer on it. And this light blue gives it a very pretty subtle undertone. It works great with the light. If you want like a really light pale skin baby, like a strawberry and cream type baby, it looks really good on that. And it goes everywhere. Try not to get it too thick on the nails, especially, because it looks a little odd. And I'm going to put this video in with the how-to. So there's a couple of different folders. Hopefully this will be a quick reference for you guys. I don't know if you guys can tell, but Laurel Eagle babies are my favorite. Working on this is Americus, and then the other baby I'm doing is Evangeline. And I am anxiously waiting for her new baby, Gracie May. Okay. Doesn't show too much on camera, but I can definitely see it's got a blue tint to it. And that's what we want. Keep it stirred so your pigment doesn't stick at the bottom. You want to make sure it's evenly distributed. I think next month I'm going to be doing the mermaid. And then in September, I will probably do a Caucasian baby. Hang on a second, I have the dog that wants to come back in. You ready? Good girl. Come on. With this baby, I've already done several layers of mottling. Most of my babies, unless they're AA babies, they're mostly mottled colors. Well, at least you guys can see the creases, right? The other baby can hardly see them. Okay. And the head. Now, you probably heard not to mottle the face too strong. You can certainly go sparingly on the face. I don't, but the skull I go really thick because there's hair underneath, and it just makes it easier to build up color for hair. So. But I don't do sparingly on the face. Joni does not do sparingly. Go big or go home, right? Try to get as close to the back of that ear as possible. Oops. Oh, it's hard to turn this. Oh, neck openings are so tiny. And don't put a whole lot of pressure when you are doing this baby. Use the sponge. Basically, you just want to leave like a little kiss, a peck. You don't really want to stamp very hard. Alrighty, woohoo! Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and do the other layer on camera. Ow, my fingers are stuck. Let go. Oof. And that opening is really tiny. Okay, I'm gonna add some more because I don't think I have enough to do the baby again. What did I do with my paint? It ran off. So I'm gonna, oh, you guys get to see me mix again. So I'm gonna mix a little bit at a time until it's the consistency I'm looking for. Which is that. I always wipe it off on the palette before I put it on there, otherwise it's really thick. Okay. This one's dry, so I'll go ahead and do it. I'm going to skip the nails just because I don't want blue on them. So I'm working hard to build those up. So I'm going to leave it off the nails this time. I've already done 4 layers on those nails, and I bake between each layer. Ooh, these details. So, that's not one of my favorite things to do. so I'm just gonna skip it this time. I see the purple shading there and the blue shading there. I don't know if you can see that one. Blue shading there. Okay. And I'm turning the sponge this way and that so I don't end up with a pattern. Little behind the scene story on this baby. I already painted her once. Used AK varnish as her final varnish. And then I was told that AK is not compatible with Genesis paint. So I had to strip because it's gonna peel the paint anyway, and I didn't want it to wait until I saw it starting to peel. So, yeah. I hate stripping kits. It is not my favorite. I hate it worse than nails. Everything is not my favorite. Painting babies takes forever. I like doing hair. That's my favorite. Not the brows, but the hair. And I like blushing. That's one of my favorite things too. Because the baby comes to life when you start to blush it. Creasing used to be something that I didn't like, but I don't mind it so much now. And I like mottling. And I like doing washes. I do not like veins. I don't think there's any artist out there that really enjoys them. But, whoops. But they make the kit looks better, so we do them. Okay. She's looking awesome. Ooh, this is an 18-minute video. So much for being short, right? Alright, I'll hurry up here. So much for being short. But that's okay. Oops. His little neck. The little neck. It's too tiny. My fingers are getting stuck. Alright, close to the back of the ear as possible. We are almost done in the home stretch. Okay. Alright, that's it. That's the end of this video. That is how you mix up mottling, how you make a mottling sponge, and the difference between mottling consistency and wash consistency. Thanks.